I've spent 2 weeks with the DJI Flip and I'm excited to showcase all its capabilities. After that, we are going to edit a cinematic drone video within just 60 minutes using the Logitech MX Creative Console. What's special about the Flip is that you can use it without any controller or smartphone. You can choose one of the 6 quickshot modes to make videos or photos of yourself without any other person. And this is how it works. You power on the drone just by unfolding the propellers. Then you can press this button to switch between the 6 quickshot modes. As soon as you've selected the quickshot mode you want to do, you just long press this button and then it will start right from your hand. After the shot is finished, it automatically comes back to you. Just put your hands down below and it lands. It's as easy as that. So the big difference between the DJI Neo and Flip is that this drone is a bit bigger and has a way better camera. It still weighs less than 250 grams, which means you can fly it with way less regulations, because drones like this are in the C0 category within Europe. Now let's use the DJI Fly app to make the shots look even cooler, because you have lots of settings that you can adjust to make your shots just better. Let's start at the controls page. Just down below the video feed you can see a drop-down menu which includes the 6 quickshot modes. So you can switch here in the app or you can just switch by pressing one time here. But also we have the manual control here, and that's really helpful because you can just take off the drone. Let's just have a look at it. As easy as that. What's even more exciting is the settings page, because here you can see the 6 quickshot modes again, but now you can adjust the settings. For example, at Droney, it's by default set to 4 meters distance, but you can set it to up to 10 meters, which delivers a wider shot, which I like way more. And the height can be set to flat, so it will fly away just flat, or it can rise up. And also you can adjust all the other quickshot modes. And on top, the camera settings. So you can see here, we can change the resolution from 4K, for example, to 2.7K vertical video. We can adjust the color profile, and we can use D-Log M here, which is a flat color profile that allows you to retrieve more details and highlights and the shadows. But you need to edit the video a bit for that. We'll have a look at that later. Also, we can choose H.265. This is the default encoding format. And that said, you can also choose, for example, the follow mode to vlog yourself. Let's try that. So I've got the DJI mic here, I connected it to my phone and I changed the mode to follow. I can just start the drone.
3, 2, 1.
Now you see that I just walk around and the drone is easily following me. So you see the volcano in the background, and I can just show you the whole landscape. How cool is that? And it even has a really nice quality. Do you hear the sound of the drone? Probably not too much, right? Because the noise reduction is really good. And if I want to show you more of this side, I just go here and the drone turns around. So easy. And over there, there's one of the lost or like hidden houses surrounded by lava. It's just as easy as that. And if I want to stop, I can just press stop and the drone will be ready to be catched. It's so easy. It's time to test the battery runtime of the DJI Flip, which officially is up to 31 minutes. And for this, we're at a location with a sad history. This volcano erupted around 2 years ago and covered some houses with lava. This should lead to some amazing aerial footage, so it's a great place to try this. Let's see how it goes. 2 minutes in and we got 91% battery left. So we just found the first house and it looks like it's built into the lava. You can see even the door is open. I think I found the second house. It's really covered by ash and you only see the roof from one side. That's insane. I feel like it's windy over there. We're at 68% and we flew for around 8 minutes now. Like the screen recording is telling me the exact time. So still excited to see how long it can last. 44% and we flew for like over 14 minutes. Let's see, I think the last 20% are the most important ones. At 33%, it already initiated the return to home feature because we're pretty far away. 12% left. We're at 22 minutes runtime. Oh, okay, it initiates the low battery landing. I don't want it. 9%. Okay, but we can try to still get some shots. At our place, right here, there's like a soccer field. Let's see if we can shoot this. Okay, the problem is I would need to go to the other side of the soccer field to get a good perspective, which might be tough. We're at like 24 minutes battery runtime. Yeah, I think it's time to go back. It's like at 2% now. Okay, yeah, we definitely come back. Oh shit, it's going so slow. Uh-oh, 2%. Actually, let's see what it does. 0%. Still up. I just go lower just in case it turns off the motors, but it won't happen. 0%. I mean, it still counts. I can film myself. Do a nice reveal here. I'm here for like 1 minute now with 0%. Crazy. 26 minutes. Battery info. We are at like 2.78 battery voltage. Okay, crazy. We got 27 minutes battery runtime officially. And I mean, we flew until around 24 minutes, which is insane because 31 minutes is just the best condition. Like no wind, just hovering around, no obstacle avoidance and stuff. But I'm quite impressed by this drone. We've got wind. I flew around a lot. I recorded a lot. I also gave full speed, and the faster you fly, the more it drains your battery, of course. So pretty impressed. Now I just came back from La Palma and tomorrow is the official release of the DJI Flip. So today I need to finish the video. Actually, I've set myself a time limit of 60 minutes to make it even harder. And now let's see if we can create a cinematic drone video with the help of the Logitech MX Creative Console. Step 1 is to find a good song that fits the video. And my workflow usually is not to look for a song just when I start editing, but I always take like half a day to make myself a collection of favorite songs. So it's way faster if you now start editing your video. You just go through your favorite songs and can start editing without wasting any time. Here also is a point where the MX Creative Console comes in. So I just found this song, Beyond Boundaries. Now I want to download it. All I have to do is press download and MP3. And now usually you are in the Mac Finder at a point where you've been the last time when you've downloaded a file, and that's usually not your music folder. But now on my dial pad I have a special macro which is called Paste Music Path. I just press on that and you see now I'm instantly in my music folder and I can just select the genre. For example, this is more cinematic and I click save. That's it, the music is downloaded. Let me show you how this macro looks like because it's actually pretty easy. In the Options Plus app, I choose my keypad, go to Customize Keys, and then you can see my general profile here, which is activated by default if I'm not in one of those apps. So that's also when I'm in my browser. And you see on the last page, there's the shortcut Paste Music Path. When I click on it, you see it's a macro. And it does the following things. First, it presses Command-Shift-G. This is what opens up the navigation in your Mac Finder so you can actually enter a text. It looks like this, you see? And now in the next step, there's just a short delay to make sure everything works smoothly, even if the laptop is a bit slower. Then I paste the text, which is the text that leads directly to the folder of my music. So you see, this text will just be pasted here, then the macro will press enter and we'll be in my music ordner. So I can actually not only use this to download music, but wherever I am, I can just paste music path and then I go to my music folder. The next goal is to transfer all my drone clips from the microSD card of the drone to my hard disk. Now the next goal is to transfer all the drone clips from my microSD card of the drone to my hard drive. And usually that's what I do. I go to the microSD, go into the folder, look for the right one, select everything, copy it, go to my hard drive, go to the right folder, footage, film, create a new folder, flip, day 1, and paste it. So these are a lot of steps and it takes some time, but not anymore, because we just go back, I delete this folder, and we go to the microSD card. Just the microSD card opened in the Finder, and then I press here, a button called Transfer Drone Footage. I just simply press it. I do nothing. I literally do nothing. And all the footage is moved from the microSD card to my drone folder. And now the only thing I have to do is what I just did, creating the folder 01 DJI Flip, day 1, while the footage is being moved, so I don't even lose time. And that's how you do it with just one single click. Let me show you the macro. It's actually a long one, so what it does, it just navigates to the folder of DJI, copies all the drone footage, and then it navigates to another folder, and that's the only thing that you have to tell him, just where your projects are. Then it navigates to this projects folder, it goes to the last one, so my newest project, which makes sense, and then navigates again into a specific folder, a subfolder called footage, and then film. That's where it navigates to, and in the end it just moves all the clips from the microSD card with this shortcut to your hard drive. So fast. I just imported all my footage into Premiere Pro to start editing ASAP. And the first problem is that the drone can also shoot vertical. So you see, some of the footage is horizontally, but some of it is vertically shot. So maybe you've seen my previous video about the MX Creative Console. It's linked up here, where I also showed you this trick, and we're going to use it again. And I want to show you again because it's so perfect. You just press this button right here, which says Sort Verticals, and it finds all of the vertical clips automatically and gives them a new color. So we can just take them and maybe put them at the end of our video. And now we can start editing and sorting out the footage. The good thing is I actually don't even really need my keyboard. I just use the MX Creative dial pad for that. Because here I can just go through my footage, and let me show you. In the upper left button I set Ripple Trim Previous Playhead, and right next to it it's Ripple Trim Next Playhead. So what it does is if I scroll here and I go to a point where I like the video, let's say from here, I just press this button and it deletes the left half of the video and moves all the clips to the left, so there's no gap, which is amazing. So the next clip. So you see the drone is steady in the beginning. I want to remove that because to make your drone videos look good and professional, you have to have a steady movement. The next clip, as you see, starts steady in the air, so we have to remove that because the movement starts here, and we want to have a smooth movement to make your drone videos look good and professional. So we remove the steady beginning from here, press this button, then we go until here. So we could, for example, also use the razor tool, so we can use the MX Master 3S to navigate with the mouse while we use the dial pad to edit. So now let me edit the other videos like this to sort out the best footage, hopefully within a couple of minutes. So I just finished sorting out all the clips, and now I've just realized something. I've created a macro to speed up my clips by 1.5 or 2 times. So if I press it, you see, it's with just one click, you speed up your clip to 150%, which looks like this. I just realized sometimes I want to slow down clips to like 75%, even when it's a drone video. And so we're going to create the macro for this together. I just go to the Logi Options Plus app and I'm going to move 2 speed and 1.5 speed to the right, so there's space for another macro. So right here, I just looked for macro and dragged and dropped it onto here. And now we can adjust the icon. What I do is disable the icon itself, center the text and call it 0.75x speed. We change the color to my favorite color and save it. So now we name the macro just like this and let's create it. What it has to do is just to do a keyboard shortcut, which is Command R. Then we add a small delay to make sure the window is opened. 200 should be fine. Then we enter the text, so paste text, which is 75. We add a really small delay again, and then another keyboard shortcut, which is just return, save. And that's it. That's how I've created the macro. Oh, it's not perfectly centered here. Save. Now you see if I press Command R, the speed is at 100. Now again, if I press 0.75x speed, it's so fast. Now it's 75%. A bit slower, and for this drone clip it's really good because it slowly reveals the landscape behind that big rock. Actually, that looks like a turtle somehow, doesn't it? Let's call it the turtle rock. Now before doing the sound design here, I'd like to do the color grading. And as you know, I put the color conversion LUT on the first layer, and I've also created a second adjustment layer for my own LUTs. Usually we put on the LUT and now we adjust all of this. As you know by now, on the MX Creative Console you just press this button and then this dial opens up and you can just adjust the shadows up and down. But yeah, that's how you do the precise color grading, which I do for every single clip. But usually, especially for those drone videos, I also have my adjustments that I basically do. Increase the temperature a bit, I increase the saturation, maybe remove some highlights, remove some shadows, increase the whites and stuff like that. So it already looks way better, right? I've created a basic CC macro. I'll just press it and you'll see what it does. You see, it enters my default values that I want to start with for color grading on this adjustment layer, which speeds up the workflow again. Now I can use just this button to do the fine tuning, in best case on every single clip. So I just do it like this, and now I can go through my clip and say, I want to do the color grading here, for example, because that's where the sun is not shining into the lens. So I just use this area, put down the shadows, maybe some more whites. Let's remove some highlights, and that's how I color grade my clips so much faster. And now I'll just use the last around 10 minutes to put down the song, add some sound design pretty fast, and then by now you're able to see the final result. So when is the DJI Flip the perfect drone for you? From my point of view, one of the best points on the drone is that you can launch it from your hand and it can just track you automatically. You don't have to boot up your controller or use your smartphone. It can just do shots on its own of yourself with the D-Log M color profile and a 1/1.3 inch sensor, which is a huge improvement compared to the DJI Neo. So you now get really good video quality and it's a great all-rounder drone. You even can shoot vertical videos. Really is something between the DJI Neo and the DJI Mini, probably even closer to the DJI Mini for sure. And the real question should be, should you get this one or a mini drone? So if you're traveling a lot on your own and want to get spontaneous shots, then I would say go for the Flip. Circle. Yeah, circle. Then circle around the Flip. But if you want to shoot 4K slow motion or get vertical footage in 4K and you really want to focus more on landscapes or shooting other people with the tracking modes, then the Mini 4 Pro is quite a better solution because of the improved video features. But for this price point and features, the DJI Flip has its own place and it is a really good drone. You can find it down below, and if you're still struggling, if you want to get a Mini 4 Pro or this one, make sure to check my DJI Mini 4 Pro cinematic review. If you want to see more of this, make sure to like this video and subscribe so we see each other in the next video.